Hello, pupils. Happy to see you again. I am by the name Mr. Olakwade Olaliko Moses, and I'm glad to be here again. Hope you are all good and healthy. As you can see, I'm healthy as well. Please remember to always keep yourself safe and healthy. Wash your hands regularly every 20 minutes with soap and water. Thank you. Now, the topic on the board, which we are going to be treating today under mathematics, is a very interesting one. Do not forget that in the last class, we did something on estimation. Is that also? Now, having done estimation in our last or previous lesson, we talked of how to convert decimal numbers to whole numbers and how to round off whole numbers to the nearest 10. Is that also? Now, the knowledge of rounding up numbers to the nearest 10 and how to convert decimal numbers to whole numbers is what we are going to be applying for this new topic, which says addition and subtraction of what? Of numbers using estimation concept. Addition and subtraction of numbers using what? Estimation concept. Addition and subtraction of numbers using estimation what? Concept. Very good. Now, we are going to be working on how we can add and subtract numbers using the concept of what? Estimation. Do not forget that in the previous class, we discussed how to use estimation method to what? To convert numbers. Because I told you very well that when you are estimating, you are not getting the accurate answers. You are only getting the closest value to a particular answer. So that means whenever you are estimating, whether approximating or rounding up numbers, you are likely not to get what? The correct or accurate what? Answers. You are only going to get what? The closest value or figures to a particular what? Answer. Now, it is that same knowledge or that same method that we're going to be using to what? To add up figures and numbers. Is that taken now? Good. Now, let's quickly look into the objectives of our lesson. The objective says, at the end of the lesson, the pupils should be able to, 1, solve problems involving subtraction of numbers using estimation concept. Again, solve problems involving subtraction of numbers using estimation concept. The second one says, solve problems involving addition of numbers using estimation concept. The first one is talking about subtraction, while the second one is talking about what? Of addition. So how can we add numbers? How can we subtract numbers using the concept of estimation? That's what we're going to be doing during the course of this lesson. Is that taken out? Good. Now, let's quickly look at the first example. The first example is telling us to add 53 and 46 to the what? To the nearest 10. Add 53 and what? 46 to the nearest 10. How do you add this? Good. Look up, everybody. 53 and 46. He said we should add 53 plus what? 46 to the nearest what? To the nearest 10. 53 and 46 to the nearest 10. When adding up this number, I told you, look for that we are adding to the nearest 10. Is that also? So the first thing that should come to your mind is the instruction given to us on what to do whenever we are converting any whole number to the nearest 10. Is what to do whenever we are converting any whole number to the what? To the nearest 10. So now, that is what we are going to be doing first here. Now, we have 53. How do we convert this 53 to the nearest 10? Don't forget that 53 is in between what? In between 50 and what? And 60. So now, if 53 is in between 50 and 60, now we are going to be looking at which of this figure is 53 closer to. Is it 50 or 60? Look at the figure we have here. This is what is determining it. We are having 3 here. Is that also? Now, look at 3 is not up to 5. And I told you in the last class that if 3 is not up to 5, automatically you are going to be rounding down, not up. Is that also? You'll be rounding down, not up. Now, since we are having 3 here, automatically we are rounding this to be what? 50. Because 53 is closer to what? 50 than to what? Than to 60. It is closer to 50 than to what? Than to 60. Then you put your addition sign. Good. Now, the second one is giving us what? Is 46. Now, looking at 46 again. Looking at 46. Looking at 46. What figure or which of the 10 is 46 closest to? 46 is in between what? 40 and what? And 50. 46 is in between what? 40 and 60. Now, having given us the figures which 46 is closest to. Now, looking at this figure here, this is 6, that also 46. We have 6 here. Now, this 6 is bigger than 5. Is that also? Automatically, we are rounding what? We are rounding up. So, which means it is closer to what? 50 than to 40. We are not going to round. If we are rounding down, that's to give us 40. But because we are having 6 here, so we cannot round down, we are rounding up, we are rounding up. So, which is giving us what? 50. So, 46 can be what? Rounded up to what? To 50, which will give us 50 plus 50. And your approximated answer, that is, the answer will be approximately what? 100. Are we getting what we are doing? Hope you are getting what we are doing here. Do not forget the question says 53 plus 46. Now, the first thing I told you to do is to first convert or what? Estimate this 53 to the closest 10, that is to the nearest 10. Good. That is rounding it up to the closest 10. Now, 53 is closer to what? 50 than to 60. I told you that we are having 50 and 60. That is, 53 is in between 50 and 60. Do not forget that 53 is closer to 50 than to 60. That's why we are having 50 here. Isn't it? Now, plus which is our addition sign? 46. 46 likewise is between what? Is between 40. 46 is between 40 and what? And 50. So if 46 is between 40 and 50, now looking at the two figures, which of this figure is 46 closest to? 46 is closer to 50 than to what? Than to 40. Automatically, we have 50 likewise. Is that taken out? Now, do you get what we just did now? Very good. Now, our approximated answer, that is, the answer will give us approximately what? 100. Which means if what this implies, or what you are seeing on the board, what it implies is that whenever you are given a figure like this, 53 plus 46, using the estimation concept. Estimation concept means adding up numbers or giving answers that are not accurate but very, very close. Is that also very, very, very close? So now we have just done justice to that. This is 53. We rounded it up to what? To 50. This is 46. We rounded it up to what? To 50. Which gives us what? 50 plus 50, which is what? 100. Now, do not forget that I told you that this is approximately 100. That is your answer. Approximately what? 100. Why? Because 100 is not the actual answer to this question. Because if in the real sense you have to add 53 plus 46, your answer is not 100. The answer will be giving you 50 plus 5 plus 4, or 6 plus 3 is 9, 4 plus 5, which is likewise 9. That's 99. Can you see now that 9 is very close to 99 is very close to 100? That is, we have gotten a very, very close answer to the real or accurate figure. Is that also? You have given us 100 is giving us a very, very close value to the accurate answer, which is 99. So when you're asked to add any figure or subtract, you first what? Round off that figure to the nearest 10 before you work on it. Is that taken? Very, very good. That's what we refer to what as estimation method or concept. So now, looking at the solution we have here, We have 53 plus 46, just like we did there, is approximately what? 53 becomes what? Becomes 50. Then 46 what? Is also what? 50, which should give you approximately what? 100. Good. Now, note something. They said you round off the two numbers, that is 53 and 46. You round it up to the what? To the nearest 10 before adding them. You round it off, that is, you round 53, which is giving us 50, and 46, which is giving us also 50, to the what? To the nearest 10 before adding them together. So before any action or any work is done on addition of figures, when you are using exclamation concept, the first thing you need to do is to first round off that figure. Is that taken? So if at all I'm asking any question on estimation method or concept, telling you to add any figure together to the nearest 10, please, the first thing you do is what? Is to round off the two numbers. The two numbers, whether 2 or 3 or 4, whatever numbers you are given, the first thing you need to do is what? Is to round them off to the what? To the nearest 10 before adding them together. Take note of that. It is very, very, very germane. Very, very important for you to take note of that. Now, we're having the second example. Another example is saying, I know you're all saying you've seen something like this before too. Now, we have 14.6, 14, the decimal, then 6, and say we should add this. That is plus what? 15.1. Is that taken up? Again, it said add 14.6. That's what is on the board. Plus what? Plus 15.1. To the what? To the nearest whole number. To the nearest whole number. Don't forget that this is carrying decimal signs. Then also, these figures are carrying decimal signs. So automatically, you have to convert or add them and leave your answer in the nearest what? Whole number. In the nearest whole number. The same concept we used in our last lesson is what we are going to be applying here again. Is that taken? We are going to be applying the same method here again. Now, we are having 14.6 plus what? Plus 15.1. Now, what that automatically gives you is what? The first thing you do is to convert each of these figures to what? To the nearest whole number. That is, you convert 14.6 to the nearest whole number, then you convert 15.1 to the nearest whole number before you add the two together. Is that taken out? Now, we are having 14.6. Then how do you convert this 14.6 to the nearest whole number? You convert it by saying, what figure do we have in the 10th place? Do not forget that this 6 is the number in the 10th place. And this is our unit. And this is our 10. And according to the instruction given to us in the previous class on how to convert decimal numbers to whole numbers, we were told that whenever you are to convert decimal numbers to whole numbers, the first thing you look at is the number in the 10th place. And in this case, the number in the 10th place is what? Is 6. So the first thing you do is to what? Is to change this 6 to 0. Don't forget that this 6 is bigger than 5. Is that also? It said, look at the number in the 10th place and see whether the number is bigger or less than 5. If the number is up to 5 or bigger than 5, then you change it to 0 and add 1 to the number in the unit place. Is that also? If the number or figure or digit in the 10th place is up to 5 or bigger than 5, what you do is to what? Is to change that number or figure or digit to what? To 0 and add 1 to the digit or figure or number in the what? In the unit place. Now, this is what we are all talking about. Now, we have 6 here. Then also, this is become what? 0. And we have a decimal. Then also, then this is the number in the unit place. Then also, what do you do to it? you add 1 to it. Why? Because this is 6. It's more than what? It's more than 5. It's up to 5. So you add 1 to this one. When you add 1 to this one, it becomes what? 5. Is that also? Then you bring down your 1, which is 15.0. Same thing as what? 15. Is that also? Good. Your addition sign, the summation sign. Now, looking at the second figure given to you, it said plus 15.1. Now, this is 15.1. How do you convert this? How do you round this up? Look at the number in the 10th place. This is 10th. This is your unit, right? This is 10. Now, the number in the 10th place is 1. And they said if the number in the 10th place is not up to 5, what were you asked to do? You were asked to change the number to 0 and leave what? The numbers before the decimal the way they are. You leave it the way they are. You don't touch the number before the decimal. That is, 15 will remain constant. No change. Why? Because the number in the 10th place is not up to 5. Take note of that. The first one we did was 6, 14.6. Now we are adding 1 to 4 because 6 is up to 5, and which invariably gives us what? 1. So when you change this 6 to 0, you add 1 automatically to what? To 4 to give you 5. But in this case, we are having 1 to be here, and 1 is not up to 5, right? Now, when you change this 1 to 0, you leave the remaining whole number as it is. You don't change it. So which gives us what? 15. Are you getting what we are doing? Good. Now, 15.0 plus 15.0 will give us what? Will give us 30. Are we getting that? You see that you say 0.0, or you might move the 0 because it's still the same thing. Because 0 is insignificant. Is that taken out? Good. Now, we are having 15 plus 15, which is equal to what? 30. Is that clear? Hope you're getting what we're doing here. So whenever you are asked to add numbers on decimal to their nearest whole number, the first thing you need to do is to apply that estimation concept, the one we did in our previous class, by converting the decimal first to the nearest whole number. Is that taken out? You convert each of the figure first to the nearest whole number before adding them up. Is that taken? Good. Now, look at the solution, just like what we have on the board. It said 14.6 added to what? 15.1. We approximately give us what? 15, which is, we have 15 here. Is that also? 14.6 is what? Is closer. It's approximately what? 15. Why? 15.1 is also approximately what? 15. So now we're adding 15 plus 15, which is equal to what? 30. Is that taken? Is that taken? Good. Now let's look at another example. Now, example 3. This is working on what? Subtraction. Now, they are telling us to subtract what? 34. The working given to us the problem we have to solve now is 34. Is that 34 minus what? Minus 23. Very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. It is very simple. Just relax. Relax your mind. It is very simple. The same concept you applied to addition is what you're going to be applying here likewise. Is that taken out? Again, the same concept you applied to addition is what you are going to be applying here too. Is that taken out? Now, if you are having 34 minus 23, what that immediately tells you is that you have to convert each of these figures to what? To the nearest 10. Convert each of these figures to what? To the nearest 10 before subtracting them. Again, you first convert each of these figures to the nearest 10 before what? Subtracting them. Good. Now, How do we convert 34 to the nearest 10? Look at 34. 34 is in between which of the 10? It's between what? 30 and what? And 40. Now, if 34 is between 30 and 40, now, looking at the figure itself, 34. 34 is closer to which of these figures on the board? Of course, 34 is closer to 30 than to 40. Yes, 34 is closer to 30 than to 40. How? I told you in the previous class that this is 4. And this 4 is what? Is not up to 5. Automatically, you are rounding down. And this is down. Don't forget, this is down. This is up. So now, if you're rounding down, it means what that implies is that you'll be having 34 to be approximately what? 30. That is 30. You round it up to what? To 30. Then minus what? That will be 30 minus what? This is 23. Isn't it? How do you round this up to? The next thing you do is to round up 23 likewise, just like you round up 34. Now, to round up 23, you have to first give or spell out those figures 23 falls in between. Now, 23 falls in between what? 20 and 30. 20 and 30. Now, looking at the figure we have here, this is 23. This is 3, right? Look at that. 3 is not up to 5. Isn't it? 3 is not up to what? It's not up to 5. Which implies that you have to round it down, not up. Is that taken out? So now, if you are rounding down, you are having 20. Because 23 is closer to what? To 20 than to 30. Is that taken out? 23 is closer to what? 20 than to what? Than to 30. That gives us what? That gives us 30 plus or 30 minus 20 rather. So now 30 minus 20 will be giving us what? 10. 30 minus 20 will be giving us what? 10. Do not forget, I'm not saying that the accurate answer to 34 minus 23 is 10. No. I'm only giving you this based on the method we are asked to use, which is estimation concept. So if you are to estimate 34 minus 23, you'll be having what we have on the board here, which is 30 minus 20, which is equals to what? Equals to 10. Is that taken out? Good. So the first thing you do is to what? Is to first convert each of the figures given to you to what? To the nearest 10. That is, round them up to the nearest 10 before you then subtract whatever figure you get after rounding it off. Is that taken out? Good. Please take note of those things. Now, look at what we just did on the board. Is that 34 minus 23 is approximately equals to what? 30. If 34 is rounded to what? Is rounded up to what? To 30. While 23 is rounded up to what? To 20, which is giving us what? 10. Good. Now, let's go to the fourth example on the board. We have subtract 50.4, that is subtract 50.4 minus what? 43.2. Subtract 50.4 minus 43.2 to the nearest. Don't forget that whenever you see anything decimal, you have to subtract to the nearest what? Whole number. But if it is if you are giving whole number, then you know what you are doing automatically is what? Is to subtract to the nearest 10. Is that taken? Good. Now, how do we solve this? How do we solve this? Look at the board again. The question says subtract 43.2 from what? From 50.4. That is 50.4 minus 43.2. How do you do this? The first thing you need to do here is what we have been saying since, is what? Is to convert each of the figure to what? To the nearest whole number. And how do you do that? How do you convert each of these figures to the nearest whole number? Just like we did when adding the other time. Now, when you are converting, the first thing you look at is the figure in the 10th place. Is the figure what? In the 10th place. If you have to convert 50.4 now. You look at the figure in the 10th place. What's the figure in the 10th place? The figure in the 10th place here is what? Is 4. Then also, the figure in the 10th place is 4. Is 4 up to 5? No. So now the first thing you need to do is that after looking at that figure, you first consider if that 4 is up to, if that figure is up to 5 or not. But as we have it here, 4 is not up to 5. Is that also? Now, automatically, if 4 is not up to 5, then you'll be writing what? This will give you 0. And you'll be leaving this the way it is. Is that also? You leave 50 the way it is. You don't add. Why? Why are you not adding? Because 4 is not up to 5. Because 4 is not up to 5. Automatically, you don't add anything. You leave it. This one becomes 0. Why this remain constant? You don't change. Now, subtract or minus what? 43.2. Now, 43.2. How do you convert this? The first thing you do is to what? Remember that this is a unit and this is a tenth. This is your tenth, likewise. This is your unit and this is your tenth. Now, the first thing you do here is that we're having 2, right? Now, is 2, which is the tenth, up to 5? Of course not. It's not to 5. So if the 2 is not up to 5, then what you do is what? Is to write 0 and leave these ones the way they are. Isn't it? You leave it. You don't touch it. Why are you not touching it? Because this 2 is not up to 5. So you are not supposed to add anything to this one. Just leave it the way they are. Is that taken? But if this one was to be up to 5, let's assume that this is 5. Automatically, you'll be writing 0. Then also, you'll be writing 0 and you'll be adding 1 to this one to make it 44. But because this 2 is not up to 5, that is why you're writing 0 and writing this one the way they are without subtracting or adding anything. Good. Now, having converted the 2 to what? To the nearest whole number, you move the 0 because we are dealing with whole numbers now. Now, you'll be having 50 minus 43, which will give you what? 7. 50 minus 43 is what? Is equals to what? 7. Are we getting it? Good. So whenever you are asked to subtract any figure that is a decimal number using the estimation concept, the first thing is to what? Just like I told you earlier, is to what? Is to first convert such decimal number to what? To the nearest whole number. To what? To the nearest whole number before you start working on it. Is that taken? Good. Now look at what we have on the screen, just like what we did on the board. 50.4 minus 43.2. It was rounded up to what? To 50. Is 50 minus what? 43, which gives us what? 7. Are we clear? Good. I know you all got it. Good of you. Now, let's look at the summary. Now, the summary is saying before addition or subtraction can be done using estimation concept. Listen to what they are saying here. Please listen carefully. They said before addition or subtraction can be done using estimation concept, we have to either round off the number given. We have to either round off the numbers given. Is that taken out? That is, before we can do anything on addition or subtraction, we have to round off the numbers what given. We have to round off the numbers given. Is that taken? Is that taken? Please take note of that. We have to round off the numbers given. Do not mind the error here. It's not supposed to be either. It is, we have to round off the numbers given and not either. We are not doing it on a probation basis. It is a must. We have to round off whenever you are estimating. Using estimate, whenever you are adding or subtracting using estimation concept, you have to what? You have to round off. It is not an option. You have to do that. It is not an option at all. So we don't either. We have to round off the numbers given before subtraction or addition can be done. Good. Now, look at the questions given to you to solve on your own. Please get your note and your pen and put down this that you work on your own and give me feedback on whatever you have done. Now, the question says, add the following to the nearest 10 or whole number. Add the following to the nearest 10 or whole number. Do not forget that the first question, which is A, is saying 73 plus 34. You know what that implies. You know what you have to do. You have to convert each of the whole numbers to the nearest 10. That is, you have to round off 23 to the nearest whole number, then 34 to the nearest 10. Likewise, you round off 23 to the nearest 10, and you round off 34 to the nearest 10. Likewise, is that taken before you then add them together? The second one is saying 2.3 plus what? 7.9. What you do here is what? Is to first convert or round off 2.3 to the nearest whole number, and then you round off 7.9 to the nearest whole number before you then add the two figures together. Is that taken? Good. Now, second question is subtract the following to the nearest 10 or whole number. Subtract the following to the nearest 10 or whole number. Now, when you are subtracting, I told you, it is the same method or concept used for addition that you'll be using for subtraction. The only difference is that the first one is addition. This time around, we are dealing with subtraction. Is that taken out? So it is that same concept you still use. 86 minus 42. What to do is what? Is to round off 86 to the nearest 10, then round off 42 to the nearest 10 before subtracting the figures and then get your answer. Is that taken? The second one is saying 66.7 minus 43.4. The first thing you do, just like I've been telling you, is that you round this up to the nearest whole number. You round 66.7 to the nearest whole number, then round up 43.4 to the nearest whole number before you subtract the two. Then get your what? Your final answer. I hope you can all do this on your own at home. And the topic is a very, very interesting one, as you have seen. Good. Now, I want you all to always study whatever you have done in the class. Please always study them. Do not play away your time. And remember, always stay healthy. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water for 20 seconds. Is that taken? Or use an alcohol-based sanitizer. Please do that and remain blessed. God bless you. Till we meet again. Bye.